Well, I'm joined in the studio by John and Amanda. I never thought this would be happening today. How are we doing?
Hello.
So Forby has gone straight in saying, is it happening again?
Cue the music.
Let's do this. Shall we play a track and then we'll come back to John and Amanda? That was Heads Will Roll, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and that was the A-Track remix there. I love that track. Did you enjoy that, John and Amanda?
Yeah, I really did.
Certainly woke me up.
Certainly was.
Woke you up.
I was rapping in the middle of that.
Was you?
No.
I didn't hear you.
You missed out. You missed out.
Are you doing it in your head?
In my head I was rapping.
Yeah. And Amanda's just gone. Yeah, probably did.
I was brilliant.
And Amanda's just gone, I can smell burning.
I know, I think it's all this like great equipment.
No, it's not the equipment, Amanda.
I mean, it's
the equipment's not on fire. We're all good.
We were just saying the irony that it's the man who's the fireman outside is actually setting fire to the place.
He's causing all the grief, yeah. He is. He's got a fire pit going, so even though it's quite warm still, people just
ambiance, come on.
They just like to play with fire. That's what
Absolutely.
it is. Even more so than others, probably. So we've got loads of people saying stuff in the chat room. I think, have you read any of the comments so far?
I can't get in the chat room.
Oh my goodness!
You're
You're gonna have to ask us the questions if you're in.
So apparently there's a rumour going around that you're going to be touring the country to personally thank every single ringer for their participation over the years. Is
yes,
that true?
That's true. Yeah, we started that. Last week. We've got to one. I think that was Jamie Tester. We've seen him. We thanked him.
The man on the cruise.
Oh yeah, we bumped into him. We went on a cruise, right? We ran around Norway, and we bumped
So
into a ringer.
this is what they've been doing whilst not planning Run the Ring.
Yeah,
then.
sorry, no, I haven't.
Cruising round the world.
Vic, it's not the only thing. Obviously, I've been auditioning for the part of the Foo Fighters drummer.
Have you?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't get very far with it. But I had a go. Yeah, we was on a cruise and we sat down for breakfast, and there's a guy there with a t-shirt on with a usual branding VDub t-shirt, and we sort of chatting away, and next thing he turns around and says, "Oh yeah, I've done Camper Jam, I've done Buzzfest, I've done all the the big ones."
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, have you ever heard of?" We run a little event. It's called Run the Ring. He went, "Oh yeah, I did that. I left some show in Kent, and I left my missus, and she had to pack up the tent and everything. So I went and done it." I said, "Oh," I said, "We're the ones that run it." And he went, "Are you?" And then I said, "Yeah, I'm John. That's Amanda." Well, he nearly thought he fell on the floor. So it was like,
He got
no,
up and shook her hand.
shook her hands and
Celebrities.
everything.
Went all
Very
shy.
odd.
It was lovely.
Very odd.
It was very-
Over a fry up.
Over a fry up.
Over a fry up. That was quite unusual.
Oh gosh, so that's a really cool thing you're doing then.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to get round everyone and.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
try
on a
and meet
bike
them.
though. It's a push bike. It's not electric, so it might take a while. So anyone who's waiting, it could be a couple of years, maybe.
Could be
waiting.
5 years, maybe. Yeah.
Are you going around as well, Amanda? Are you doing it?
No, I'm letting you do that.
It's just
bit.
me. So it's just me. So I mean, it's half the
It's
speed.
a nice little project to keep you out of trouble. Off you go.
Half the speed.
Every one of them. I'll give you the
Is it getting on your
addresses.
nerves?
What makes you think that?
So what have you been doing then? Apart from going on cruises and wanting to thank people for participating over the years in Run the Ring, what else have you been doing?
Buying houses and
We've got ourselves a tiny little project. which
Tiny.
is-
I thought this was quite a involved project, shall we
it's-
say, Amanda?
Yeah, it's
definitely a project.
They say you've bitten off more than you can chew. It's
Oh dear.
no.
What, are you telling me to talk? You're telling me not to talk?
No.
It's telling you to stay close to the mic.
Closer to the mic because
Okay. Yeah. No, it's a very old property.
Yeah.
It needs an awful lot of work. It's beautiful. We absolutely love it. I think we probably didn't realise quite how much work when we fell in love with it, but it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Can't wait.
Yep. All over a pie night, believe it or not. We went for a pie night at a friend's pub,
Yeah.
and next thing we know, we're buying a house.
As you do.
Yeah.
You know, these things always happen to you, Pet,
Yep.
don't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, just random things happen and look what happens. So it doesn't surprise me.
Absolutely.
You know, most people, they go out, they have a pie, they eat
They go home.
the meal,
And
they
they
go
go home,
home. You go home with the keys to a new house.
Yeah.
So you know what
Doesn't
we need.
surprise me.
You know what we need now when we did the DIY SOS for the dogs? We've now got DIY SOS for John and Amanda.
Yeah. So
We need a plumber.
so please, we need
need a
all
brickie.
all trades.
We need a
So-
roofer. We definitely need scaffold.
Forbesy is already saying, Ringers unite, you know we can do it. We've got Dave Taylor saying, if you help, I'm in, guys. So, yeah, new Ringer project. They're all up for it.
Here we go. Round 2 of In the
See,
Doghouse.
this was the plan from day one, wasn't it? This was the plan. We'll run the rings, and then we'll get them all involved, and
Yep.
then we've got free DIY forever.
That's it. Don't look into
Yeah.
my eyes. Look around my eyes.
Don't look at me, John. Don't look at me. So they obviously did the doghouse, and that was a great project and everything. But what I want to know is, what are you most proud of about Run the Ring? Because it's had some amazing years and great things that you've done. Great.
Silly amounts
You know.
of money we've raised, and that isn't us. That's everyone. You know, as we've always said, you know, we might be the figureheads, but at the end of the day, it's all those people who made that effort and did what they did, and you know, paid money to drive around the M25. Fools.
I think,
But they're the ones that really are the, you know, everyone that's involved in Run the Ring.
and
for your
raising
ringer.
all the awareness of all those great charities. So lots of charities that really, it's a springboard for them, for people to now know about them, which is,
Yeah.
you know, it's not just about the money, which is fabulous, but now there's a whole heap of causes that people now understand a lot more.
And the last one, obviously, the Doghouse project was sort of the pinnacle, really, because not only did we raise money, but we gave them, the charity somewhere to train the puppies and stuff, which was just, I mean, still one of my hairs on my arms sort of moments when we talk about it. So, yeah, I just absolutely loved doing it. I know there's a lot of people in that chat room now that were involved in it, and we worked a silly amount of hours. We shared tools, which no one does on a site, and we just worked tirelessly, but I had such fun doing it. And I think everyone that's probably in there now smiling and saying, yeah, what a laugh that was, you know, and we delivered. It was brilliant.
You did deliver, and as you say, like over £350,000 for these charities raised. That's a massive thing for anyone to do, and I imagine it's been quite difficult not having to do all the stuff you'd usually do this year. I know you've got projects and everything, but I imagine that's been quite tough.
Yeah, I mean, I did put some money in a bucket for a man the other day walking along the street for something. So I'm doing my bit.
Window cleaner, John.
Yeah. I meant to put money in his bucket, wasn't I? Oh, sorry.
So, how about the future? Like, do you want to get more involved in, like, the I don't know, scene, like doing other stuff, or do you see us doing anything else at the moment?
You can't get out of this scene, can you? I don't know. Once you're
No,
in,
I
you're
think
in, aren't
once
you?
you're in, that's it. You're stuck.
Hotel California.
Is it 40 years minimum?
40 years minimum, Simon Holloway's saying.
Got Simon here from Busfest telling me I'm in for 40 years. I think I've done... I must have done at least 25 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
Yeah,
You're
you wake up with a horse's head with a Volkswagen badge around his neck.
But the reason I'm asking, you could do some content for us. You could do some stuff. You know, your travels, going and meeting people and thanking them for their participation over the
Well, we
years.
can-
and
Make sure, John, well, on your travels that they're all tuned into VDubRadio when you visit
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can't... Yeah, they're saying it's Hotel California over here.
it is.
Yeah. Once you
Definitely
check in,
is.
you can't leave. That's it.
I checked in at 7 years old, I think, and that was it. I'm stuck now.
That was only, what,
Oh, I
2
was a
years
bit-
ago?
I was a bit later than that, I think. I think mine was 18 or something. I think I got my first golf. So
There you go.
I've been in since
now
18.
look at what it led to.
Yeah. A crafter.
Yeah.
From a golf
Amazing.
to a crafter. I've still got a golf. I've still got another golf at the minute. Can't get rid of these Volkswagens.
You
They
can't.
breed, as
You
you know.
can't. VDubsters saying blood type VW.
Yeah,
There you
very
go.
good.
Yeah,
very
that's
good.
that's pretty good.
Dave Taylor is saying, look, every minute of it would do it again in a heartbeat. Right, before we all start crying, I'm going to go into another track. We're going to go with a bit of In Degrees by the Foals here. That was In Degrees there by the Foals. Stop suddenly, that track. But luckily I caught it. There you go. Professional, you know.
Pro.
Now you've got all
Absolutely.
this pro studio. You've got to be pro. You've
We've
got to
gotta
be on top of your
be.
game.
I'm not so sure it's good to call Vic a pro.
Right, who we got? Let's move on. Who we got in the chat room? We've got PT, we've got Jamie T, Cowsless Edition, Org69, Dave Taylor, Amanda, you're in there, 4B, Steve, Cowman, Aidan, Sam, Cowsberg Edition, Sally P, Dam2903 and Andy Pitt, and Rich from Wolfsburg Bus Crew is in there as well.
Hey, hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
John's really upset because he can't get in, so we can all
No.
talk about him and he won't know what we're saying.
Yeah, so feel free to post comments about John because he can't see, but be nice.
You guys have crashed the chat room, so I can't
Keeps
even get
reaching
in
its limits. It's brilliant.
Oh, there you go. There's a few people want to hear from our dulcet tones.
They do. Well, we've missed you. You know, with it was quite a regular thing, wasn't it, over the last few years that you'd, come onto the show and we'd have a chat to you and find out what's going on and launch Run the Ring. Then we'd have a build-up. Then we'd give away vehicles. Then we'd have the actual thing itself. Then the gathering. And so people have missed you on the radio because this year now it'll be 2 years that we haven't done anything, but the relationships have carried on, haven't they? You know, we've built these relationships, and even our relationship with both of you, you know, we've invited you today to the opening of the studio because you're friends as well.
Yeah.
We've developed that relationship over the years. So tell us about some of the friendships that have formed as a result of it.
Me, you. I'm always blown away because there's so many people. I mean, there's camping group friends now that go and you know, there's every event you go to, there's going to be some sort of ringers camp at some place where they'll all get together and you know they'll go as a group. I know they sort of fill up some shows and do various shows.
John, what friendships happened as a result of Run the Ring?
Yeah, there's one big one, a massive friendship. I was thinking might have been the first one.
Someone give me a clue. Give me a nudge. Give me a steer on this, will you?
Help me out. This is what I have to put up with.
Oh, that one I bought a house with. Oh, that one.
The one you bought a house with
yeah,
instead
that
of eating a
relationship.
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would have thought? I said to Amanda, those dulcet words.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Do you wanna run my
That's not for
ring?
radio.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, we were talking though about all of the friendships, both that we've made, and all the friendships out there that have made as a result of Run the Ring. People we don't even know that now camp together, that are now friends for life. It's
Sorry, I'm just nudging you to say get in front of the microphone. You keep moving away. Getting a bit faint on us.
I keep thinking I'm swearing, and he's telling me to shut up.
No, you're not
Watch your
swearing.
language.
Yeah, stop swearing, Amanda.
Your threats will kick in again. Yeah, there's so many relationships that have been formed out there. I know a few that have actually found love as well on the ring, as it were.
Yeah, not just you, Per.
It's not
There's
just
more.
us. There's more of us that have found love on the ring.
I remember we were live the one day and somebody said something, didn't they, to the effect that they were getting married or something.
Yeah.
Who was that now?
I can't remember. That was quite a big thing, and it's gone out of my head.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a few rings back.
We should remember all these, shouldn't we? All these little.
We should have
anecdotes.
written them
There should be a
all
book.
down. There should be some sort of book, especially as we're getting older and more forgetful, maybe.
You're younger. you should be remembering this stuff more than me.
Bit of time out, and we've forgotten it all. It's
I know. So they're still waiting for the wedding. Sally P saying, when's the wedding happening? 4B, the wedding her in caps lock.
Well,
So
Sally
shouting
P,
at you.
Sally P is actually, I believe, I can't remember what the word is, but she's
celebrant.
Celebrant, is it? So she's actually could, do the deed.
She could marry you both. Could do it here in the studio.
Who are you going to get married to, John?
I was
Let Sally P. Whereabouts are you? Shall we do it tonight?
virtual wedding.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get her on air. Come on.
We'll get her in by Skype.
Yeah, just get her in.
Skype marriage.
Right,
That doesn't count when it's Skype, does it?
Get the helicopter out. We've got to get to Swindon somewhere. Not Swindon. Where's Sally? Somewhere that way, isn't she?
Wiltshire.
Is she?
Yeah.
We
Well, a
probably
bit of
shouldn't
a
be
trek
giving
for
people's
her.
addresses
No,
out over the
don't.
radio.
Yeah,
Amanda,
there's the full
do
address.
not give her full address away. Yeah, don't get doing that.
If anybody wants to get married, find Sally at.
So Aidan is correcting us and saying the Ringer group isn't a bunch of friends. It's actually a family.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. 100%.
Fair
Well
enough.
said, Aidan.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that.
It is a family, isn't it? You know, I've seen posts on there over the last few months just asking for help with things and people getting involved as they've always done. So it's carried on. It's carried on as a group.
Offering holidays as well.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Dave Taylor
Yeah.
offered a holiday the other day to any female that
I
wanted to
saw
go on a
that.
cruise.
Yeah.
How many men decided to be females for a little while? Did you notice? Even me.
Because he wanted to go on the cruise
I
that
wanted to
badly.
go on a cruise with Dave. Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Super Dave. We love Super Dave. He was the fastest. And I think everyone at the doghouse would say that he was twice the speed of anyone there when it come to doing anything. Hence the reason why we call him Super Dave.
Super Dave. And he wore the cape and everything,
Yeah.
didn't he?
He's got the
he had an
cape.
outfit.
Such a good sport. And he hasn't been very good recently. I hope he's all right now.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know if he wants everybody to know, but yeah. Sorry. I've just said. No, he did
Oops.
put it in the chat room the other week. He did.
Okay.
So I'm hoping you're feeling a lot better.
I tell you what, will fix
Dave.
that. A prescription of a holiday.
Yeah.
That's
you feel
probably why he
better?
couldn't go. That's probably why. But anyway, Dave, that's your business. I'll stop talking about it. But he did share it, so it's fine. It's fine. Apparently, you're sounding quite nervous as well, John.
Nervous.
Yeah, Andy's saying. Sounding nervous. I think it's about the wedding situation, maybe.
No.
Shall we have some more music?
Yeah, why not?
Because if they are a bit nervous, we want to just like calm them down a little bit. So we're going to go with some Coldplay now. An adventure of a lifetime, I thought would be very apt because it has been an adventure of a lifetime,
It has.
hasn't it, so far?
Absolutely.
You know, all these amazing things that you've got to do through Run the Ring and all the amazing things it's led for all of us to do as a result of what you've done. So
Like helicopter rides?
helicopter rides, we'll come on to that after this track. Absolutely. Here's Adventure of a Lifetime, Coldplay. Right, we are back. We are live from the studio, the brand new VDubRadio studio.
But can I add Tony broke?
Tony broke. Has he broken something?
No, I'm broke.
You're broke.
Oh, you're broke. Yeah, well, yeah, he's worked really hard. So massive shout out to Tony and Simon. I cannot take any credit at all because I've done
This
nothing.
place is amazing.
I didn't even put anything out today, any of the food or anything. Anton was doing that and cleaning. And then I walked back in here and I went, you could have vacuumed the rug to him. So, yeah, I've got my Diva light up, you know.
That's why we call you Queen Vic.
Yeah, Queen Vic, you know, I just rolled in and was just like, why isn't this done? What's happened here? There's dust here. What's happening? No, I didn't. I'm not
I
that.
can't
not
imagine
bad.
that for
No,
a moment. Can't imagine.
No, I feel very guilty, actually, that I didn't do anything. So I'm very sorry. They'll make me work twice as hard on the road shows, trust me.
Yeah.
It'd be like, yeah, we'll be back in 2 hours when you've put everything up and connected everything. Just leave me to it.
So Vic, your Coldplay song was quite apt because guess what? John's been learning how to play on the piano.
Have you? That
Foo
track?
Fighters.
No, have you? Well, we know you always play the Foo Fighters.
Over and over again.
Over and over.
Been trying to
Can you hear
learn
me
how
okay?
to play Coldplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which Coldplay track? That one?
No,
Which one?
I don't know the name of it.
You don't know the
Maybe.
name?
That's got a nice piano.
The one that Flossie the dog
Viva-
barks along to.
Viva La Vida, or I've been
Oh, was
learning a
it?
few of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they're easy piano songs.
Are
Easier.
they easier?
Well, if you're going to learn a piano, learn something that's simple. That's what I say.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to be easy, but
I just
okay.
want to say that Dave has put in the chat.
he has.
And he's broke
put-
his back. Which
Yeah.
is just,
2 weeks ago, he broke his back.
That's
you know,
dreadful.
Dave, if you're listening in, obviously you are, mate, get well soon. That sounds... when you hear Dave's stories, I mean, a lot of people that are on there would have been in a doghouse. And when you hear his stories about how he used to do stunts when he was younger, because he was actually a stuntman, I think, for a little while.
Yeah.
Was that... I'm not
I
making
think
it
he
up,
just
am I?
sort of fell over when he was doing building work.
Is that what his stunts were? He's just falling off a
Was
scaffold.
his stunts, yeah?
Oh, well done, Dave. Yeah, well, I mean, he was just at 100 miles an hour, and he was. I mean, there was a piece of scaffold he was on, and we all thought he was going to hurt himself at the doghouse. To be fair, because he just used to fly up this thing, fly back down it, fly up it, you know, picking up tools. And this was an old rickety bit of scaffolding, but somehow he got around it for the whole couple of weekends that we did there. So.
But yeah,
It doesn't surprise me that he's broke his back because the speed he works at. He's got to slow down, that man. Not that he will.
Dave, you need to slow down. You've been ordered to slow down now, so be careful. Forbes is saying, good grief, Dave. Glad you're okay. Make sure you're good for the cruise. And then we've got Steve saying, Dave's 3 a.m. stories are amazing.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
vouch for that.
Yes,
absolutely amazing.
Give him a beer and then just sit and listen to the man.
And he's confirming, Dave Taylor is saying, yes, I was a stuntman.
Yeah.
So you didn't just imagine
No, I
that.
didn't imagine that.
I thought I'd heard something along those lines as well.
Yeah, he is actually a real stuntman.
Yeah.
I don't know what the stunts were. Obviously, nothing to do with his back. That's gone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mate, get well soon. That's all I can say. And I wish I was on the cruise with you, mate, to give it a bit of a rub. If you want me to still to come, just obviously, you know how to get in contact. Send the signal.
So, Lord and Lady of the Ringers.
That is us, I think.
Are you planning any more trips away? Doing anything exciting over the coming months?
We got Glastonbury in a couple of weeks.
Oh, rub it in. You always.
Sorry, Vic.
I know, and I always say I'm going to get tickets for it. And do I ever get tickets for it? No.
It was apt that you played Coldplay because they were immense last year. Absolutely immense. I'm not a Coldplay fan, really, so...
I
even though
was.
they play
So why are
piano.
you playing that song over and over again?
Just to annoy you.
Yeah, it works.
I done good.
And Flossie the dog, she barks
I
at
done
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're what I would call 4D band. You know, they're kind of not only have you got the music and everything going on, you've also got, you know, fireworks going off. And
pyrotechnics.
you've got you got wristbands on that have got colours flashing.
Yeah, that's their thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, and it just I've never seen anything like it at Glastonbury. It was just such a show. It's such a showman.
And did you get to keep the wristbands? That's something I've always wondered.
You could.
I
I don't
think you're
think people
meant
do. There's bags go around afterwards. I mean, they threw bags at us, and there were these big sort of postal sacks full of them, and we were making chains out of them and putting them all around our bodies and everything. So
so
there's so many of them.
were they the ones though that they control? So
Yeah.
they light up.
Yeah.
How
So they
want
flash
them
off to the music.
So they all go to
All
the same
colours,
colour at some
yeah.
point.
That's a
or-
lot of money's worth of stuff as well.
It's a lot of tech beyond
Yeah.
that, yeah. But
Wow.
I think that's Coldplay. You know, when you look at the pyramid stage and what they did to it. I mean, the ticker tape. Most acts will just do one lot of ticker tape. I think they must have done about 5 or
It
6.
was the
and
cannons. of all
Cannons,
the-
you know,
yeah.
it's the whole crowd covered in it. So
I'd love to see them now. I saw them before they'd released Parachute's album.
yeah, me too. Long time ago, and they were
Tiny
just
little
yeah.
gig in Wolverhampton, and we went because we were given free tickets to go to it.
Yeah,
We went, and I remember them playing Yellow, and I was like, "This band is going to be humongous one day." And we were
Yeah.
right at the front, and magical moment that was.
Yeah, they are superb.
but you know, it's not the greatest lineup this year at Glastonbury,
No.
I must say.
No,
Unless you're a Neil Young fan, 1975
yeah,
or Olivia Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
They're the headlines,
yeah,
which for me is none of them.
no. You like the Foo
So
Fighters, wouldn't
I'm
you?
going to go to a field with some hippies, eat some salad,
Some
and
salad?
find myself.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think
I've
so.
heard
Me
you
and-
can do that.
Me and
now.
Amanda are actually talking about getting married at Glastonbury, weren't we?
You were.
Oh well.
There you go. So Sally, you've got to
I-
get to Glastonbury. If you can get a ticket, Sally, then we'll do it.
It's called
You should do it.
handfast,
I've
isn't
heard a lot of people do that there. I was once at Vanfest, and there was a wedding.
Yes.
There was a very good friend, yeah.
Weddings and funerals.
Yeah, and
funeral.
funerals. Oh, my
Funerals.
goodness.
Simon from Busfest just said he'd done a funeral at Busfest.
We'll have to get him on the show in the morning to tell us more about that. My goodness.
Unbelievable.
Funeral. I knew they'd done weddings, but not funerals. Wow. So, is there any plans to get any more Volkswagens? Because you sold Fatty.
Yeah.
I was gutted because
Yeah.
Fatty was a film star as well.
He
Yeah.
was, yeah. That's what happens when you get a house.
Yeah, we had to find some money.
That was very sad, wasn't it?
It was
It
a
was
split.
really
split or,
sad. I was
Split or a house, and the house won.
oh,
For the
no.
moment. We
I
never
was
say
gonna
never. You
say,
know what's going to happen.
Do you know
don't
do you know the owner?
No.
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 I don't know if they know what they've got.
Oh my
No.
goodness!
We've
You
just
didn't
got
tell
picture.
them.
We've just got pictures. That's it now. It's memories. Just a memory on the wall in that garage. You remember our garage, don't you?
I do remember the garage. Yeah.
The
yeah.
ship in a bottle.
And I remember going to sleep that night, and I could smell the fumes of the. It helped me
Fatty's
sleep that
perfume.
night. Yeah,
Fatty's-
it was
Fatty's
lovely.
For those who've never been to our house, Fatty used to live in the house with us.
Yeah.
Fatty's the split, not.
Sorry, yeah, that sounds a bit wrong. Yeah, sorry. Just the split screen called Fatty.
Yeah, it was a VW split screen bus. I'll never forget you opening the door, and I went, oh,
Yeah.
because you could just see the front of the splitty. I was like, the splitty lives in the house. I want a house like this where mine lives in the house. It was so exciting.
How's yours coming along? Your
Oh,
renovation?
well, it's done.
Oh.
Oh.
It's running.
Oh.
I say it's done. It's not quite 100% done. I'd say it's 80%.
Oh.
So it's running under its own power. I haven't driven it yet. I want to do that soon.
You do surprise me. I thought you'd be
yeah.
straight there.
I know, I haven't driven it yet. And it just needs interior doing, the camping interior putting back in, and a few aesthetics outside. And for some reason, even though it's been all rewired and everything, its wiper motor's not working. So
You've got to have something not working, otherwise
I
it
was
just
just
wouldn't.
like, really?
I don't
all
know
this
why you-
money and time.
I don't know why you want wipers on a split. Anyway, they
5
never touch.
years.
They never
Don't
touch
touch-
a windscreen.
No.
You have to
Do you
drive
know
at
what?
least 30, 40 miles an hour for the wind. for the actual-
Well, you say that, but my 65 that was brilliant in the rain. I think it was wired up
Oh,
wrong
ours
though,
was-
because I had very fast wipers on that. No, it used to smell of burning after they'd been on, and I thought, I'm sure these are, the wrong speed or something. There's something not quite right there.
Yeah,
Our
ours-
wipers didn't touch the window. They
Yeah.
just waved at us. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'll never
you want me to
forget.
touch that? I'm not getting wet.
That was one of my most favourite moments. Was when we were driving. Where we were going? Which
Oh, to
service
the
is
That's
South
a-
Mims.
South Mims.
yeah.
I didn't know where the lights were.
So Amanda's driving Fatty, and then Amanda worries because she'd hit the main beam.
Yeah.
I was like, Amanda, I don't think anyone noticed.
They
It's
did.
like a tiny little speck
The
of
main
light.
beam on instead of the
Candlelight.
main light.
Yeah. It went from candlelight to like a 12-watt tiny bulb. It's like, nobody's going to notice, don't worry.
It was fun though, wasn't it? We turned up at South Mims and all
was
those people.
amazing.
It was like,
Yeah, so John just jumped out the bus and just went,
give me your money.
where's the
That's
money?
what John does.
Where's the money? And everybody starts emptying their pockets and handing over all this money. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. I liked that night. It was good fun.
Yeah.
Then we went up next day. That was good, wasn't it?
So,
Little fly round.
are you going to buy any more? Are you going to buy another splitter, do you think, one day?
I'd never say never. I think someone on my right here wants a Carmen gear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did think that actually might have been
Who
the
might-
answer.
Who might that be, John?
You spent it all on the house, darling. It's bathrooms or Carmen gears. You know the rules.
Carmen gear wins,
You have a
hands
Carmen
down.
gear,
Who needs
yeah.
a shower?
Yeah.
I've got a camping
Oh,
toilet.
dear.
Yeah, we'll be fine with a watering can and a Carmen.
We haven't, between us as well, we haven't had a beetle, have we? So that's on the
Oh,
list.
Yeah,
you've
beetles
never
on the
owned a
list.
beetle?
No, never had a beetle.
It's on the list at some point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping Trey's not listening to this outside, but I was looking at beetle the other day.
Have you seen Sam?
I was
Sam
like-
Ward's is up. It's lovely, Francis. It's a really
Oh,
nice
don't
one.
tell me that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know
sold.
that.
So sold already.
Yeah, I think it might already be sold. But
Oh,
if we
gosh.
had space, I was...
Took that
Yeah.
as a, yeah. So we want a beetle, we want a Carmen gear, Anything else? We haven't had a bay either, have we? Never owned a bay.
Got to add a bay at one point. We'll try all of them.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
40 years.
40 years on the scene, and then you get, what do you get, Simon? You get a you get,
Simon's had a full collection.
He's still got a collection, honestly. He's got about
Are you in
100 of
hand-signing
them.
competition?
Yeah. I don't know who'd win between them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd quite like
Is
to
that-
try one of those synchros at one point. They
Yeah.
look
I mean,
enormous fun.
you've got he's
you
got
got-
some
yeah.
toys.
Oh, apparently
They
Aidan
look
is
fun.
saying Sam's Beetle is already sold to someone within the Ringer family.
There you go.
Very
Didn't hang
good.
around, did it?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not
that's
surprised.
great.
That's a lovely guy.
And Andy Pitt's telling me you don't need wipers, you need Rain-X. Yes,
Yeah, we tried that too.
that's
No,
Yeah.
Andy Pitt knows full well that you just don't drive in the rain if
No.
you're me.
you don't.
You only come out in fine weather days, knowing full well that the next 3 days and the 3 days before were fine weather too.
The bit of advice in return I'd give to Andy is don't drive over nails because they give you punctures.
Oh, who could forget that?
Oh.
Well, I think we still need a full 2-hour show to talk about all of these things that have happened. And I think we should get some of the listeners to send in their stories.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So what we want you to do, listeners, we want you to go across to the VDubRadio Lounge on Facebook, and we want you to start putting your memories in so that we can have a show. That's the announcement, isn't it? That we're going to have a show all about the memories of the ring.
That's definitely going to set John off teary, you know.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I've got a
It
night
is.
full of blubbering with tissues.
So if you can do that for us, that'd be great. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening.
Thank you for having us. Thank you
And
for
if
I
you
inviting
can-
apologise that we haven't given much away, really, but we have been.
No.
We
Well,
have
we're
been
going to have another
working
show,
on
aren't
it.
we?
We are. We're going to do something else.
We are.
The ring isn't over. That's all. I'll leave it there.
Okay. There you go. You heard it first on VDub Radio, folks. It's not over yet.
There's no start.
See,
and
I
no
should have
begin-
had that
no
track
end.
lined up, shouldn't I? But I haven't. So we're going to go with a bit of Dare. That's what we're going to do. So keep it up tempo so that it's not too sad. Let's go into this. Thank you, John and Amanda,
Thank you for
Lord
having
and
us.
Lady of
Thank you
the
for having us.
Ring.